ReturnPro is working with retailers and brands to solve the challenge of returns by addressing every part of the post-purchase experience. The company's CFO, Sam Mukherjee, was at last month's ICR conference in Orlando, Florida, and he told me just how significant this issue is. Take a listen.
Recently, NRF kind of published their survey. This is the National Retail Foundation, and it's an $850 billion problem in the industry. And on an average, the returns rate is 15%, higher for e-commerce, which is like 20% or higher, or like 10 to 12% for things that you buy in a brick and mortar store. So therefore, it's a significant part. So anytime there is the consumers are buying it, a piece of that technically can be returned. And therefore, it's a huge problem for the industry. And especially now that e-commerce is becoming a bigger part of the retail mix, the growth of returns continues because it's, for things that you're buying online, there is a higher chance of you returning that product if you don't like it or the size is not correct. So it's definitely a significant problem for the industry. Having said that, in the past, it was a smaller issue for retailers, but today, because of this growth of returns, it's becoming more of an area of strategic importance for big brands and retailers to solve, because not only it can have a financial impact for you, and I can explain that later, but more importantly, it enhances customer experience. Same survey that actually NRF published, over 70% of the survey participants, they actually said that having a good returns policy is very important for them before they would do business with you. And over 80% said they want free returns. I mean, granted, nothing is free. But as a consumer, when you are buying, you want to be able to return that product if you don't like it without any hassle.
You were talking about the financial impact of these returns. What is that financial impact on a company?
So from a company standpoint, once you sell the product and it comes back, so there is a different financial impact in terms of shipping the returned product and putting it into your inventory and so forth. Today, primarily, most of the return products that come back are either goes through liquidation, which is you sell it for like pennies on the dollar, so 10 to 15 cents on the dollar, and then a ton of products are destroyed or they go to the landfill. So it's real cost to the business. What we as a company strive to do is help to solve that problem just from a financial side, is to, number one, enhance the recovery of that return item. So we can take a 5 to 15% normal liquidation returns all the way to 65 to 85% So that's an exponential improvement in your recovery, which is a direct impact to their bottom line if you're a brand or a retailer. On top of that, while you are making money, you are redirecting ton of product away from the landfill. So it's also good for the environment. So there is a definite sustainability aspect to proper returns management while you are getting financial benefit from that process. And being a CFO, I'll tell you the other very important thing that we help influence is working capital. We can free up a lot of working capital because return products come and sit in inventory. By processing them and bringing them back to the secondary market, we free up a ton of working capital, which is very important for any organization out there.